All right, guys, Benton's in town for the big game. We have got the Blackstone all cleaned up. Man, this thing looks beautiful. I almost hate to cook on it.
Looks a little better than it did
but
when
maybe
I
at the end we'll show how to quick clean too. All right,
definitely.
So today we're gonna do, well, it's now a super viral version of the Flying Dutchman. I don't know if you guys have been in and out. We don't have any in Georgia, but when we're out west, we always make sure we try it out. So tell us a little bit about the burger.
Okay, so the burger, instead of using buns, uses 2 thick slices of onion.
Yep.
So we've got onion today.
Onion.
We have some bacon burger from T&T Meats, which is a burger with bacon already mixed into it. And then we also have some of their thick cut bacon that we're gonna be throwing down. The In-N-Out burger doesn't have bacon, but I love bacon. I know you do too, so we're gonna add it in.
Absolutely. All right, Ben, so this is normally where we would use like a duck fat spray or something like that, but I've seen you guys using Bacon Up. So tell us a little bit about Bacon Up, why you use it, what it's great for.
Yeah, so I started off using Bacon Up right when I got my griddle because I saw some other guys using it. I've now gotten into a relationship with them, but it's real bacon fat that they reclaim from baking processing plants.
Okay.
They triple filter it, so it has a much more stable shelf life than the coffee mug you leave on the stove at home because it's truly filtered. I really like it because it gives a hint of bacon flavor and it's not some of those over-processed oils that you see from other places.
Okay.
So I don't have my baby spoon today that I typically use, but we've got this nice plastic spoon. We're gonna get this down now because we're gonna start with our onions.
Oh my God, it immediately
Oh yeah, you're gonna
smell
get
of
that
bacon.
You're gonna
That's
get that
amazing.
bacon flavor and scent as soon as you put it down. So we're
This
gonna
has
get
got to have a different name. We got bacon in the burgers, bacon on the burgers, and bacon seasoning the burgers.
triple bacon
That's it.
Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, I'd get it like immediately. Okay.
All right, so now let's go ahead and get our onions down first. They're gonna take a little bit longer to cook.
All right,
and
cool.
We want
so
to get
we've
those
got
seasoned.
onions, yeah, and then we've got we're gonna actually use some W sauce today just to get those going. Here's that. How do you want to do it? Put the onions down first, or do you want to season first? What do you want to do?
Let's put a little seasoning on them.
All right, so we've got our buns, right? So our onions, what we're gonna do is hit them with some W sauce, and then come over top with Cubano. Cubano is one of those seasonings. Our original idea was pork, right? So you got like a Cuban sandwich of pork. But what I found is one of my favorite ways, actually 2 of my favorite ways to use it on burgers, like doing smash burgers or grilled burgers, or on roasted potatoes.
Nice.
So it's something my family loves.
So I'm gonna have to try the Cubano. I do really thin sliced potatoes and put them on the griddle. So I'm gonna try them on that next time I do them.
I love it. It's got this lime sugar in it, some orange, like it's just so well rounded and different from everything on the market. So,
all right, so now we're gonna get these sauce side down right here on the griddle.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And I've got the griddle on low today because we don't wanna cook anything too hot and fast. So the next thing it's gonna take a while to cook is the bacon. We've got 4 strips of thick sliced bacon here.
All right, so what is your favorite seasoning of Lane's? Of course, we gotta say Lane's, right?
Yeah.
To use on bacon.
I rarely season my bacon because it already has so much already infused into it. And I'll let the seasoning on the burger and on the sauce do all the talking. So I actually add Lane's into my sauces when I make them instead.
Awesome. All right, guys, while we've got the onions and the bacon going, we're gonna make our sauce that's gonna go on top of it. So think like a Big Mac sauce, right? But we're gonna kick it up a little bit. We're gonna use our sort of white sauce. We've got some dill relish and then some ketchup. So here, hold this.
I'm a big fan of the sort of white sauce.
All right, so we get some of that sauce in there. Which has already got, starting with a decent color. You know, that orangey. We'll go with some dill relish. Let's go to I like the dill. Would you prefer sweet or dill relish?
I do dill when I'm doing sauces.
Okay.
I do like sweet relish on hot dogs, but dill when I'm doing.
Right. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of that Cubano seasoning in it, just to kind of bring all those flavors together.
Nice.
Let's stir it up. All right, we got the bacon ready to flip. Oh man, look at that.
That looks perfect.
That does look perfect.
So you'll notice when you're cooking on a griddle, the heat's always going to be towards the center.
Yep.
So we've got more cooked and less cooked here. So I'm actually going to
rotate them.
Yeah, I'm actually going to rotate these pieces because I don't want to overcook anything.
Yep.
And I want it all done about the same time.
There you go. So what is the idea behind it all going kind of to the center? Is it just a way that it's slanted?
It's
or?
just the burners actually stop about right here, so
I
you get
gotcha.
residual heat on the edges.
Okay.
When you're first seasoning any griddle,
Yep.
the outside edges are going to be the last things to turn dark.
Okay.
So if you watch my seasoning videos, I actually use a blowtorch, like a propane torch, and I go around and I season the outside to get mine nicely seasoned at the beginning, because the seasoning definitely helps prevent rust. So if your griddle's seasoned and you keep it dry, it's not going to rust.
I am learning so much today. So we should have had you out years ago. All right. All right, onions ready. We've got some W sauce on the other side. Oh yeah. I actually like those little crispy bits, that extra flavor. Would you go ahead and knock some of this stuff off so it doesn't burn?
Yeah.
Or
I think I'm going to actually pull some of this W sauce spillover away from them.
Yeah.
So it doesn't continue to cook, and we'll get that down in the grease trap.
Yep, cool.
We have the onions almost ready, the bacon's almost ready, so it's time for the burgers to go down. So I'm going to add a little more bacon up on this side of the griddle. I have this side of the griddle on medium heat, and we're going to put the bacon burger balls down and give them a smash. Try to smash them as flat as you can and hold for about 10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
A little more of that Cubano on them. And then if you twist a little bit before you lift, it should release right from those patties. You can also use parchment paper on it if you need to.
I would say if you're not using a whole bottle of Cubano through the cook, you're not doing it right.
I hear you. All right, so I know they're ready to flip whenever the juices are starting to rise to the top. You can see they're starting to turn that grayish color on the edges. So we want to make sure we get all that goodness off, so scrape them up and get them flipped over. And you should see this nice color on the backside here.
All right, so in true Lane style, we're going pimento cheese on top of these bad boys. Here's the beauty. This is where you gotta get creative. You can have pepper jack, straight up American. What else?
Colby Jack.
Colby, yes.
Or
Swiss.
just straight cheddar cheese.
And with the Cubano, you could even add Swiss.
Nice.
All right. There we go. And these are pretty close to being done too.
Yeah.
That color isn't, look at that.
Oh yeah.
That looks amazing.
Those are about ready to come off. This bacon is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of it off into our pan.
Yep.
And then we'll assemble on the side, because with smash burgers, it's hard to assemble quickly on the griddle because they get done so fast. So with the Flying Dutchman, you want your double stack. So we're gonna go one patty right on top of the other. Ooh. And then we're gonna take it off and get it down in a pan so we can assemble.
All right, here we go. We've got the burgers done, the pimento cheese double smash burgers, that beautiful like ground beef bacon mix. We've got some thick cut bacon, we've got our grilled onions, and we've got our homemade sauce using the white sauce, relish, and some ketchup. So, all right, Ben, I think it's time to assemble.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my favorite. I usually put my kids first, but since I'm with you guys, I'm gonna pick this one here for the bottom.
Oh yeah. I love that color from that W sauce. Perfect.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna put a little sauce down on the bottom. And I'm gonna grab a double stack here and set it right on top of that. And I'm just gonna go with one piece of bacon since we already have bacon up. We have bacon in the burger. So I'm just gonna go with one piece of bacon broken in half over the top. And then I'm gonna grab another piece of onion here and put it right on top there.
Oh my goodness.
We've assembled these on wax paper, so I'm gonna try to wrap it so it's easier to bite and kind of holds together. So we're gonna come over the side there with the triangle, and then over the top here. So now I can lift this up and take a bite.
All right, guys, I got Benton Palmer with Grill This, Smoke That. We got our own version of the Flying Dutchman with some pimento cheese and some bacon and some of that sauce. I'm gonna add a little bit more to the top.
Hit me with a little bit
man.
of that too. These are hot off the griddle.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, they look better than I thought they were gonna look, and my mouth's watering. I'm ready to take a bite.
All right, here we go. Got them wrapped up so they don't just completely fall apart. Here we go. All right,
It's
cheers.
time for that first bite.
I got it in my face. Dude,
That is so good.
actually the dill is the first thing that
It
pops
is.
off.
You got a
Man.
little crunch from that bacon, the potent onion flavor, which I'm a huge fan of onions, grilled onions especially. The pimento cheese sets it off too with the jalapeno in it.
Has anybody done this with red onions?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Red onions could be good.
The
All right.
pimento cheese is
I
a
think
great
pimento
call.
cheese is,
Yeah, definitely.
perfect. All right.
I've seen other people with them falling apart after the first bite.
Wax paper.
Wax paper is the key
Genius.
for that.